And here it is. It is here. Roll up, ladies and gentlemen. One man went to me. Oh, here it is. It is here. Here I am. Hope you are there. The session commences and your company is required. That thing that we do round about this time of the day. The afternoon session for me, morning session for you, evening session wherever in the world you are. Wherever in the world that you are, converge and let's gather here to do that dance that we do every day yet again. All matters Nigeria related, you know what goes down here. So that thing that does go down here is going on exactly right now. So if you are available, come partake. The session has commenced and your company is required. One man went to mow, the eagle has landed.
Another Savior, holy, 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 Adimegojugu. Another Savior, holy, 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 Adimegojugu.
Well, this is Mobien. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPO families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran War, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. They were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. Holy, 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 is another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, yet another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafrans to victory. In your madika, yabika kokwanam no wow. Hey, anamekele mazuche mefo. Manemo, it's an honor having you on board. When I'm singing along, holy, 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 Nandekano is another Savior. Sing along, holy, 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 Nandekano is another Savior. When I sing along, holy, 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 is another Savior. Getting moving right and getting moving faster now. Holy, 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 is another Savior. Holy, holy, getting moving right, moving faster, never freedom. Is another Savior. Never freedom. Holy, 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 Nandekano is another Savior.
Another Savior, holy, 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 Adimegojugu. Another Savior, holy, 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 Adimegojugu.
Well, this is Mobien. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPO families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran War, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. They were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. Holy, 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 is another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, yet another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafrans to victory. In your Amadika yabika kwa namno wow. Hey, ana mekele mazuche mefo.
And there it is, Holy Holy, the Nandekano song, the voices of defiance from the eastern part of Nigeria. So Holy Holy, they say, as guys, I bring you this. Nigeria's inflation hit 15.92% in March report. So just that rate of inflation and the salary is stagnating, of course. As you know, they've capped minimum wage at 30,000 per month. But then everything has ratcheted up by almost 400% over the last 12-18 months. The price of petrol, the price of everything, the naira continues to hemorrhage its value against other currencies, and that, of course, is reflecting in the domestic market. Nigeria's inflation hit 15.92% in March. That is according to a report. So quite what veracity that report has, we'll find out just shortly. Presidential aspirant Sowore makes inroad into northern states, gets youths backing. So the Sowore juggernaut, of course, is just sweeping up everything that is coming across. So the youth in the north, it looks as though they are gravitating towards Sowore, and you would expect that because, of course, he speaks essentially to the wants and yearnings of that demography. So Sowore essentially a youth candidate, and Nigeria overwhelmingly a youthful country. So no surprises. A presidential aspirant Sowore makes inroad in northern states, gets youth backing. So quite what that means we'll find out shortly. APC ticket. What Buhari told Oshibanjo, Tinubu, Amechi, others. So exactly what went down in that space, we'll find out shortly, and what promises were made, if any promises at all. APC ticket, what Buhari told Oshibanjo, Tinubu, Amechi, others. So what words were said, we find out exactly. And we land on this. Colonel Umar to Buhari, suspend 2023 census, focus on security. So apparently, allegedly, the Aboki from Daura is going to give us a census before he leaves, and that tells us that we're already in trouble. So he'll just now tell us that everybody in the southwest, half of the population in the south, not just the southwest, half of the population have died. So you will reduce your population by half and increase the population. Every goat, every insect in the north will be counted as a citizen. And all of these people that swept in from the Mali to Mauritania and all the killers that he has brought in, he's going to count them up as part of the population of the north. So don't be surprised when you suddenly hear that Nigeria's population has just ballooned to 250 million. This is what Buhari is going to give you. So that is his pattern shot. Quite why, with 10 months to go in your administration, you are looking to take on a census, which is a huge piece of work. Quite why you want to do that. I think we all know why he wants to do that. So that's MALLAM Buhari's parting gift to Nigeria. The Aboki from Daura, a gift that just keeps on giving. So the protocol again, click on the like button if you haven't already. Click on the subscribe, of course, if you are not already subscribed. If the subscribe button is showing red on your screen, then you have not done the right thing yet. So click on it. So click on like and subscribe, and let's ease into the session via the East and another Python dance.
Oh, you do I walk. Oh, Mary, Abakare, Mama Daora, Unapuri Mary Nandi, win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3. Unapuri Mary Nandi, win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3. Unapuri Mary Nandi. Nandego onyedu aimo o meri monenizu ndiroya abakare mamanda ora unapuri meri nandi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3. Nnamdi win the war. Pythondas 1, Pythondas 2, and Pythondas 3. Unapoli Meri Nnamdi. Nnamdi win the war. Pythondas 1, Pythondas 2, and Pythondas 3. Unapoli Meri Nnamdi. Nnamdi win the war. Pythondas 1, Pythondas 2, and Pythondas 3. Unapoli Meri Nnamdi. Nnamdi win the war. Pythondas 1, Pythondas 2, and Pythondas 3. Unapoli Meri Nnamdi.
And there you heard it, voices from the East. Python dance, another Python dance. The tonality of defiance from the eastern quarters of Nigeria. Python dance, another Python dance. As guys, I bring you this. Nigeria's inflation hit 15.92% in March, according to a report. Nigeria's inflation rate hit 15.92%. Pardon me. Nigeria's inflation rate hit 15.92% in March 2022, the latest report released by the National Bureau of Statistics has indicated. The report said that the Consumer Price Index, CPI, which measures inflation, let me start that all over again. Nigeria's inflation rate hit 15.92% in March 2022, the latest report released by the National Bureau of Statistics, NBS, has indicated. The report said that the Consumer Price Index, CPI, which measures inflation, the report said that the Consumer Price Index, which measures inflation, increased to 15.92% year on year. So this is year on year. This is a 2.25% lower. This is 2.25% lower compared to 18.17% recorded in. So that's not an increase, though. That's a decrease. So this is a 2.25% lower compared. This is 2.25% lower compared to the 18.17% recorded in March 2021. This means that our headline inflation rate slowed down in March 2022 when compared to the same month the previous year, MBS said. It further said that a month-on-month basis, the headline index increased to 1.74% in March, representing a 0.11% higher than the 1.63% recorded in February 2022. The percentage change in average composite CPI for the 12 months period ending in March 2022 over the average previous 12 months is 16.54%. This shows 0.19% decrease compared to 16.73% recorded in February 2022. NBS for the report. The report also said the urban inflation rate increased to 16.44% year on year in March 2022, showing a decline of 2.32% from 18.76% recorded in March 2021. In the same vein, the rural inflation increased to 15.42% in March 2022, with a decrease of 2.18% from 17.60% recorded in March 2021. It said, MBS, however, said that on a month-on-month basis, the urban index rose to 1.76% in March 2022. This is up by 0.11% from 1.65% recorded in February 2022. The rural index rose to 1.73% in March 2022, with a 0.12% increase from 1.60% recorded in February 2022. It said, so there it is right there, the Nigerian inflation figures. So they've given you a breakdown but 15.79% is the inflation rate. So cause for concern, by the way. So you should know that because essentially you know what an inflation is. Everything goes up. Essentially, is what that means. There it is right there. Buhari, a gift that just keeps on giving. This is what this guy has done to the Nigerian state. Let's have a look. So in economics, a general increase in prices and fall in the purchasing value of money. So that is what an inflation is. An increase in prices and a fall in the purchasing value. So your naira is able to buy less and is less valuable. And that is within a 12-month period, 15.92%. So thank you, Buhari, a gift that keeps on giving. So they are booking from Daura strikes again. So they are booking from Daura strikes again, but then the guy from either the Creeks or Ondo State, we never fully know. Presidential aspirant Sowore makes inroad into northern states, gets youth backing. Northern Youth Umbrella, the Arewa movement for general power shift, has thrown its full weight behind the presidential aspiration of Sahara Reporters publisher Omoyele Sowore, saying he is a perfect personification of the not too young to run phenomena. Arising from a meeting in Kano State, the group coordinator Lawal Mukhtar told correspondents that their support for Sowore was informed by his rare courage and steadfastness in challenging the status quo. The AMGPS noted that Sowore has courageously endured and withstood several persecution and violations in his selfless bid to protect and promote the rights of citizens, particularly the Nigerian youth, whom he eminently represents. If Nigerian youths wish to hear the truth, they should be told that their future is being toyed with by an old stock of leaders who are ill-prepared and ill-equipped to lead, except for their personal greed for power and acquisition of fantastic wealth. To rescue our future from the margins of irrelevance, impotence, inconsequence, and decay in the context of the current global order, which currently runs on the basis of values and practices that we need to understand, adapt to, and create alternatives that suit our cultural circumstances and interest. We need the courage, audacity, and hope of such young men as Sowore. We find in Sowore the image of a leader with a passionate belief in the organic links between generations, a budding great statesman, a mentor, a guardian, a living history, and an embodiment of all the exemplary courage qualities young Nigerians should strive to achieve, Mukhtar said. He called on the youth of northern Nigeria to mobilize for a rigorous campaign for one of their own. Pardon me. So the northern youths have adopted Sowore essentially, but then that chimes with reason because, of course, I mean, he is the natural gravitation of the young person in Nigeria. So that is why it's somewhat surprising that it doesn't have as much a mass as it should in following. APC ticket, what Buhari told OSINBAJO, TINUBU, Amechi, and others. The president, Major General Mohammed Buhari, retired, has told presidential aspirants in the ruling All Progressive Congress to go to the field and sell their candidature to the electorate, correspondents has learned. A presidency source told correspondents that Buhari did not ask any of those who consulted him to either run or drop their ambition. Pardon me. So let's start that again. The President, Major General Buhari, retired, has told presidential aspirants in the ruling All Progressive Congress to go to the field and sell their candidature to the electorate's correspondence length. Presidency source told correspondents that Buhari did not ask any of those who consulted him to either run or drop their ambitions. Rather, the president was quoted to have advised them not to compromise the integrity of the APC and the federal government in their campaigns. So far, no fewer than 8 aspirants in the ruling party have declared their interest in taking over from the president when his tenure expires on May the 29th, 2023. The aspirants are Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, a former governor of Lagos State Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, Minister of Transportation Rotimi Amechi, Governor of Ebonyi State Dave Umahi, Governor of Kogi Yahaya Bello, a businessman Gbenga Oluwapo Hashim, a former governor of Imo State Senator Rocha Sokorocha, and Ehichukwu Dallas Chima. Correspondents also learned from reliable sources that Ekiti State Governor Kayode Fayemi would declare his aspiration at the end of the Ramadan season. The presidency source said though Buhari spoke differently to the aspirants when they met with him, it would be difficult for any of them to claim to have got the president's endorsement. The source said, I think the president was being careful when he met with each of them on their presidential aspirations. He specifically told them to be careful in their campaigns. He also asked them to go ahead with their campaigns and that he will be watching them from afar. Besides that, he asked them if they were popular enough to win and if they felt they could deliver the presidency to the ruling party. As expected, all of them answered in the affirmative. The president also interrogated them on their programs and if they equally believed in his administration or not. Asked what some of the aspirants told the president, the source said, all they said was that they wanted to contest the presidency on the platform of the APC and that they would need his support. They did not ask for his permission, but I think only one of them actually sought his permission and asked if he should join the race. I will not reveal the name of the candidate so that you do not think that is the man the president will support. Recall that the president had expressed fear that his preferred aspirant might be eliminated if he is known now. Buhari said this during an exclusive interview with Channels Television in January, while noting that he had no special interest in the 2023 presidential election. It is not my problem, he replied when asked about the next presidential election, adding, I am not interested. I believe that whoever wins the poll should be sworn in as the next leader of Nigeria. All important things have been documented. No one should ask me to appear before the court to give evidence on any issues on public funds. All important things are already on record. I am sure about that, he added. When asked about his favorite presidential candidate, the president replied, I won't tell you my favorite for 2023. He may be eliminated if I mention. I better keep it a secret. One of the aspirants, however, confirmed that the president gave him the permission to enter the presidential race. Speaking on condition of anonymity, he said he could not have entered the race without the consent of the president. You think I would enter into this race without securing the permission of the president? It is not possible, he said. Aspirants jostle for Buhari's attention. Meanwhile, some of the aspirants have been making moves to secure the attention of the president. For example, Fayemi followed the president to his office on Thursday after the Council of State meeting in Abuja on Thursday. So that might well be to inform that he's going to throw his hat in. The governor, who is also the chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum, flaunted the attention given to him by the president on his Twitter handle with his picture and that of the president. He wrote, "Walking with the president to his office after the Council of State meeting today, I am always impressed with his deep pardon me. I am always impressed with his deep insight on many issues born out of years of experience. We all have a lot to learn." Fayemi's comment, however, attracted criticism from social media users who asked the Ekiti governor what he had to learn from the president who they believe have failed. One said, "Kayode, Nigerians are still missing from the bombed train. Over 130 people killed in Plateau, 20 killed in Benue a few days ago. Diesel is almost 1,000 naira. National grid down, hyperinflation destroying homes. Why do you think your picture with the cause of our problem deserves attention?" In his comment, Franklin Adebayo said, "My governor is learning from a president that plunged the country into recession twice. Under him, Nigeria peaks the poverty capital of the world." He said he's impressed by his deep insight on many issues. And Fayemi would one day wish to be my president. So that's just a sample. Meanwhile, it was gathered that Buhari would reveal his preferred candidate in May before the conduct of the primaries, of the party's primaries. The National Executive Committee of the APC is meeting on Wednesday to consider the party's timetable and schedule of activities for its primaries ahead of the 2023 general election. The National Publicity Secretary of the party, Felix Moka, announced this in a statement on Friday in Abuja. He said the meeting schedules to hold at the Congress Hall of Transcorp Hilton Hotel in Abuja would also consider nomination of candidates for the 2023 general elections and other relevant business of the party. Moka said in a statement, pursuant of Article 25(2) of the Constitution of the APC, the National Working Committee has called the maiden post-national convention meeting of the NEC to be held on Wednesday, April the 20th, 2022. All members of the NEC are by this invitation to take notice of the meeting in accordance with Article 12(3) of the APC Constitution. The presidential aspirants were also said to be seeking the support of the wife of the president, Aisha. Mrs. Buhari, who is said to have regained the confidence of some of the power brokers close to her husband, is said to be tactically supporting a candidate that she knows has the listening ear of her husband. In his desire to clinch the ticket of the ruling party, Amechi, who is also a former governor of Rivers State, has been visiting power brokers in the north. Within a few days of his declaration, he has visited 3 states in the northwest and held discussions with 5 emirs. During the trips, he was accompanied by the Director General of his campaign organization, Senator Ali Ndume, as well as Senator Sadiq Yadua, Senator Ifeanyi Ararume, Senator Ayugo Eze, Saliu Mustafa, and David Leon, amongst others. I am not in the race to lose. I am the candidate Nigerians are looking for, and I met enthusiastic people everywhere I go, the minister said to correspondents. Support groups for the presidential ambitions of OSINBAJO and TINUBU on Saturday expressed confidence that their respective principles will get the support of Buhari for their ambitions. Both groups expressed conviction that their principles enjoyed the support of the Nigerian people, which the president would have no choice but to key into. The Ekiti State leader, Osinbajo grassroots organization, Femi Adeleye, said Nigerian people were the ones who called on the vice president to contest. You could see that it took him time to even come out. It was pressure from people across the board calling on him to contest because they saw what he has done, because they could see his humility and they could see how he mingles with people across Nigeria. I am sure the president, as a listening leader, seeing that people want Osinbajo, will naturally put his support behind that fellow. The president will toe the line of popularity. He will not want the party to lose. Adeleye said development has shown that Osinbajo had the qualities that Buhari would want his successor to possess, saying, the last time the president went to the United Kingdom for a medical checkup, you heard what he said at the airport. He said he had capable hands who he left affairs of the country with. He mentioned the vice president and the two other persons as chief of staff and secretary to the government of the federation. He said the vice president was capable of handling the situation of the country. That shows that he saw his capability and competence. That means he knows he is capable of taking over from him. When you look at Osinbajo's, pardon me, when you look at Osinbajo's prowess, his educational background and his performance when he was acting president of Nigeria, you saw the actions he took and you saw how the economy was galvanized in the short time he was there. The director of Media and Publicity TINUBU Support Organization, Ekiti State, Abiodun Olonge, said the ex-Lagos State governor's presidential ambition was being driven by Nigerians from all walks of life based on his achievements and antecedents. He said Buhari would prefer to support such a popular and acceptable aspirant as Tinubu. Alonga said, power lies with the people because they have the legitimate power to choose the person to lead them. The people are with Tinubu and rooting for him. I am very sure that Buhari will not wish away the influence and the power of the people. So he will support Tinubu. The people are in support of this presidential aspiration of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu because since his foray into politics, he has been someone who knows what to do and when to do it. As much as we rely on the achievements and antecedents of the Jagaban, we are counting on the support of the president. The president will naturally not want to hand over to a puppet or somebody who will rubbish his hallmark achievements in the last 7 years. That is why he will want Tinubu as a successor in view of his antecedents, achievements, courage, consistency, and commitment to development. Tinubu has paid his dues. Buhari knows that BAT is a colossus, it's a phenomenon. He has all the structures, he has the qualities, the character and foot soldiers all over Nigeria, in the south, southeast, southwest, north central, northeast, and northwest, as well as the Federal Capital Territory. We are moving and we are sure that our principal will be elected president of Nigeria come 2023. The achievements and antecedents of the Jagaban are enough testimonies of his ability to deliver as president. That is why we are following, supporting, and working assiduously towards the realization of his ambition in the interest of Nigerians. Similarly, the Yaya Bello Presidential Campaign Organization has insisted the Kogi State Governor is the APC's best bet to guarantee victory for the party in 2023. The Director, Media and Publicity of the campaign organization, Yemi Kolapo, said in a statement on Friday that the APC must not sacrifice Bello's winning attributes for the destructive politics. Kolapo added, the party needs a candidate that can connect massively with women and youths, considering their combined numerical strength, and that candidate is no other than Governor Yahaya Bello. The preference of Nigerians, regardless of tribe, religion, or party affiliation, for a younger leader is also very clear. Of the pool of aspirants as the country stands today, even across party lines, Governor Yahaya Bello is the best bet for the younger generation if their dreams must be actualized. This consideration has made millions of youths across Nigeria to resolve to put their numbers behind the governor, and this is verifiable with the number of active youths with PVCs currently on the Bello Ambassador Network, Rescue Nigeria Mission, and Yaya Bello Network, amongst many other support groups. So there it is right there, the runners and riders. Buhari also, but what comes out of that though is that Buhari said he's going to reveal his favorite shortly before the convention late in May. So that is then going to seal the fate of many people. So if he tells them that this is who he wants, we know that he always gets what he wants. But who does he want is the question. One of them sought his permission to run, and he said, okay, I permit you. So all of them told him that they want to run, but one of them said, should I run? And he said, yes, run. So if it's giving him permission to run, then he must give him his backing to succeed. Colonel Umar to Buhari, suspend 2023 census, focus on security. So this is now the last readout. Former military administrator of Kaduna State, Colonel Abubakar Dangiwa Umar, retired, has called on President Mohamed Buhari to suspend the proposed national census bill for April 2023 and instead concentrate on tackling the insecurity confronting the country. The former military administrator and chairman of the Movement for Unity and Progress, MUP, in a statement issued on Friday, described the idea of conducting a census as shocking when the country's stability is shaking. According to him, Nigeria is facing existential challenges caused by insecurity and collapsing economy, saying embarking on a census would amount to misadventure and waste of scarce resources. He therefore urged the federal government to suspend the planned census and focus its energies on securing the nation as well as conducting the 2023 presidential elections. The statement reads, the decision of the federal government of Nigeria to seek and gotten the approval of the National Council of States to conduct national census in April 2023 must have come as a great shock to most well-meaning Nigerians. A country that is facing existential challenges such as unprecedented level of insecurity, a collapsing economy, cannot have as one of its priorities the conduct of a national census. We therefore urge the Buhari administration to suspend what would amount to misadventure and waste of scarce resources, and waste of scarce national resources. This administration should focus all its attention on securing the nation and conducting the 2023 elections. A national census at this point is certainly not a priority, assuming that it is conducted, assuming that its conduct is possible, he stressed. So there it is right there. They want to do a census to pad up the numbers. So essentially, they'll just overpopulate the Fulanis in the north. And there it is right there. So there it is right there, and here it is right here. Ajanle Koko, I see you. Thomas, I see you. And Baba Akure, I see you. Good to see you all, gentlemen. So let me come first to Thomas. Thomas, are you ready to go? Or okay, let me come to you, Baba Akure, since you are ready to go. So this census then that they are lining up to conduct in April, so January, February, March, April. So it's actually this month. Were you aware that they were planning a census, and is there a need for a census at this particular time? And what do you think the motive is behind this census that they are planning?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. I don't know wherever you are anyway. Thank you for having me this morning. And for that of issue of census, I see it in two ways. If there is any genuine motive towards that, I think it's a very good idea because, as we all know, Nigeria population has just been, how do I put it? Like
They are guessing at it.
guessing, exactly. If truly they really want to do it, they do thorough census, at least, so that we can really know the population of Nigeria. It's not issue of okay, just make up numbers. Oh well, by 2020, Nigeria and even the Western world will be making us. They will be making up our population. They will tell, oh, in the next 2020 or next 2025, Nigeria population will be like 280 million. Then when that time comes, they will say, oh, by so time, Nigeria population will be 300 million. We need true population that we can, oh, well, this is the standard. This is the population of Nigeria, not the one that is make up or guessing. So
yes, just in terms of being able to point resources as well, you have to know the number of people that you have and to know their age brackets, to know their gender mix, so that then you're able to plan then how to deploy your resources. So yes,
exactly. You have to know.
But do you trust this administration to?
No. I'm still coming to that.
All right. Yes.
That's why I said to you, I see it in two ways. If there's any genuine motive towards that, it is a good thing to do. If there is no issue of tribalism and nepotism in this administration, they really want to do something that is tangible or that will favor Nigeria or masses. There is nothing wrong in conducting credible, acceptable population census that will really reflect the true number of population of Nigeria. So, but for you to coming out at this time to want to do population census in this insecurity, who is going to come out? Who is going to come out to go and do this? To go and count, to line on the streets, and so that you can count them. We saw what happened a few days back in somewhere in the eastern part of Nigeria where they shot people dead, which is unacceptable situation. Now you want people to come out with this insecurity to come out so you can do census. So all these things, it is just issue of making money, because remember, election is coming next year. Now you want to do population census this month or maybe next month or something, sometimes this year, where you don't even have enough money to run the country. So how are you going to fund that census?
It's a big piece of work. It's not just some
exactly. It's not just something that you can plan 1 week.
Yeah.
So how are you going to put all the logistics in places and making sure that everything is working all right? Where are you going to get the money from? Are you going to get it from China, or you are going to get it from European or bank from whatever bank in France or whatever? So it is, even if they get the money, it is just means, number one, to see how much they can loot, because every time they get money, they loot 3/4 of the money and they spend 1/4 of it on the project. Secondly, it could be, like you said, to bump up northern part of Nigerian population. They already claim that they have a highest population already, and that is why I'm saying it is good if Nigeria still be together. It is
just to add a bit of correction. It's not actually this April. It's April next year. So that will be after the elections, but before the handover. So Buhari will still be president, but we would already know who his successor will be. So that's another landmine.
Whichever the way they want to do it, they already missed the target. So let's just forget the issue of population census right now. Concentrate on the problem Nigeria is having. So when we get our house together, then we can plan, okay, where we want to know the true population of Nigeria. It's not, it doesn't make any, you see this government, they don't even know what to do. They miss every single thing. You know, the funniest part of it is that one of the things that they don't even know what they are doing. I read in newspaper about 30 minutes ago. They want you now, you want man, when you go to Lagos now, you want to board this Chinese train, you have to present your NIN. And
yes.
And something you don't have NIN anyway.
No, I do. You know something funny, Baba Akure? I do.
Okay.
I do have one. I do have an NIN. Because you need to have it to have a bank account.
Yes.
And so I had to go and get it. Yes.
Yes. Anyway, I did mine too when I was there in December. Though it took a lot of time, maybe 6 months after before I even got it online. Anyway, now like Professor Jan Legoko, you may not have a NIN, so
no, he would never have one.
If you want to board this Chinese train from Lagos to Ibadan, you have to provide your NIN. So you can see that they don't even know what they are doing. Rather than prioritize put all your efforts in securing the country, reduce the inflation. You are talking about the issue of census that you want to control. Does next year, you don't even have every logistic in place to even conduct credible election next year, which you don't even know if it's going to be held. That election, with what is going on right now, then you are planning to have a population census just about 50 days after election. Does it really make any sense? You can see that they are so confused. What they're supposed to do, like Yoruba always make a proverb. They say, okubobo,
I think Baba, take it easy. What's the wrong with?
So what that means is that somebody who cannot make love with a woman. They said, oh, you should make a love with a woman, and he's thinking of another thing. So that is what that means. So these are the governments. This is the government that's supposed to secure Nigeria. They fail in all that. They're supposed to provide employment. Like they promised 3 million jobs in 1 year. They have not even achieved that. So now you are thinking about population commission after a few weeks after election. It doesn't really make any sense to me anyway. And to me, every project they have, it is just avenue for them to just steal money. They get money.
Any big thing that they come up with now, because in a 10 months left administration, any big thing that they come up with now is just looting.
Exactly. So they want they've already looted the country dry anyway. But they don't care. They still want to brainwash us and let us believe that they are doing something. Like some people came here and praising BUHARI. I was here yesterday when somebody was talking about APC. I know we don't have any problem with them. Everybody can come and just talk. But we know who they are. These governments are not doing anything. It doesn't really matter. Whoever shot a video in the eastern part of Nigeria and said, oh, the road, 5 seconds video, and said the road is good, they can go ahead.
No, that was not the northern part of Eastern, but that was UK.
I mean, eastern part of Nigeria shot a video clip of just 5 seconds and said, oh, look at the road. They can continue deceiving themselves. But why didn't he show Lagos, from Lagos to Ibadan or from Lagos to Sowore? Why didn't he show that? So you show a little clip of 5 seconds and you say, oh, everything is okay. These governments, they are doing nothing to what they promised us and to what they've already got from the money they borrow from foreign country. They are doing less. It's just 1/4 of the money they borrow, they spent. Because if they spent all this money that we're talking about, I know Nigeria should be better right now. Should be better. The road should be better. At least we should be supposed to have a stable electricity. Now the national electricity grid is in mess. You can't even generate electricity. So it is very pathetic. It is very pathetic. So they should just jettison the issue of the census, concentrate on securing Nigeria first. Then
which is exactly what Colonel Umar said.
Which maybe you'll be able to conduct credible election, because with what is going on right now, We still have a long way to go anyway, because this is just the 4th month of this year. Then election is going to be, according to them, they are proposing to hold election next year, right? From sometime February. So, and we are just in the 4th month, and you know how many incidents that already happened this year based on this issue of insecurity, and we are still going down the road, and the inflation is going skyrocketing. Though they are praising themselves that it was not as high as that of last year. Must it up to 15%? How much are we earning?
15.9%.
9%, which is still 16%.
Look at that. Look what you know what inflation is. It's an increase in price and a fall in the value of money. So essentially, the average family in Nigeria is taking a 16% really deficit. You know, month on month, with the salary cap at 30,000.
Exactly. When you are selling,
let me tell you, people, it's more than that. Nigerian inflation rate should be around maybe 30% or even more.
Where that's what
Go and check the prices of commodities in Nigeria.
One man, like Ajaleko said, I'm not going to dispute what he said. A granite, a 1 ton of granite that was being sold for 6,000 early January, now is being sold for 12,000. Is it not 50% already?
No, that's double.
Exactly. In January, I'm talking of January, 6,000. Then they are selling it 12,000 right now in the space of 3 months, 90 days. So what are we talking about?
Imagine then what we'll be paying for it in December.
Exactly.
Baba Kure, see kerosene. Kerosene is what poor people. The poor people, that is what they use it to cook, right? Because they cannot afford the propane or this gas to cook. So that is the lowest of the lowest for a poor person that live in the city. You are not saying person in the rural area. You know that Nigeria does not put into consideration the people in rural area. Those one are abandoned people already. But in the city, as at last year, a gallon of kerosene was under 1,000 naira. How much is it today? It's close to 3,000.
You see?
So what are they talking about?
So it is very tough in Nigeria.
Who affords these things is it's the thing, Baba Kure, because if the people can no longer afford the products, then it just stays on the shelves, doesn't it? So who affords these things?
Yeah, you are right, and one of the problems we are having is that there is no check and balances when you're talking about no government. In fact,
Baba Kure, please, can I answer one man right there?
Go ahead.
Okay, now you see where the issue of Sowore comes in, that let us pay our workers living wage.
No, it's inflation, isn't it?
Okay. Anything for poor man will cause inflation.
Yeah, but we are already hearing the inflation. Are we not already hearing the inflation? The prices will go even higher now.
Now you just ask, who is going to afford? Who will be able to afford? Who can afford what is on the shelf? So where would they get that?
If they parachute money into the economy, the inflation will
what is the solution? What is the solution to the problem now?
We've already discussed that endlessly the other time. What I said at that time.
What is the current urgent solution to it?
Like I said the last time, is to give value to the naira, not to
that is going to, at this point in Nigeria, it's going to take, it's a long time project you are talking about.
It's not a long time project. They can subsidize the currency.
Subsidize it?
Yeah. Nigeria's currency was subsidized until a long time ago, until liberalization came in under Babangida.
Out there, where is the money? Where is the money to subsidize it?
If they move it from the petroleum subsidy to the currency subsidy, then that adds value to the currency. And if they increase productivity, then that adds even additional value to ease of the subsidy. So I agree with you that hold on, you can't parachute money into an economy. It will just. Do you want
to come in now? You cannot do it now. You can't do that productivity now because you don't have the capacity.
Then you subsidize the currency. You subsidize the currency. If you parachute money into the economy, I can only repeat what I've said. If you parachute money into the economy, you will cause hyperinflation. So Sowore's idea
poverty. Our people will die in poverty. That is what we are now. That is the reality in Nigeria now, because they don't have any power to even purchase. If a poor man cannot buy, what do you call it, kerosene to cook, how will he eat? He cannot afford kerosene to cook. Come on, man. Let's move ahead, Baba Kure.
Well, that's the thing, though.
Move ahead, Baba Kure.
No, it will get to the point that they can afford, because the kerosene has to be sold. And for it to be sold, there has to be buyers. And the buyers have to be able to buy it. So between all of that is affordability. But yeah, back to you, Baba Kure.
All right. I think there's something that we're missing in this thing. Like I said, one of the problems that Nigeria has is check and balances, in the sense that nobody is checking anybody. You get what I'm saying? One of the reasons why we have this inflation is that we do not have, where they may claim to have the department that is checking the prices of goods and commodities, but are they really working? So now everything that we talk about still go back to the same constitution. There is no way that we are going to talk that we will not refer back to constitution. Because if we have a constitution that holds people accountable to do their job the way they're supposed to be, the way it's supposed to be done, we won't find ourselves in this mess. Okay, now what I mean is that in Lagos State, you may have a bag of rice to be sold at rate of maybe 26,000. Then you go to Ondo State. Ondo State will say, oh, well, because we transported it from Lagos State, then we are going to pay, you have to buy it at rate of 29,000 naira. That is 3,000 different already, just on one bag. Then you go to Ekiti State. Ekiti State will say, well, we are going to sell our own at 29,500. Because there is no department that is checking these people and hold these people accountable. Even when you want to buy something in Nigeria, I could remember when I was home. Some people, they have, let's say they buy something for 100 naira. Because today is Monday and it is market day. You know, they are not going to sell you anything. They were selling at rate of 100 naira last week Friday, as at Friday. They have it in the shop. And they will call Lagos to find out the new price. So if they say, okay, new price is 150 naira, what they are selling at rate of 150 naira yesterday, I mean on Friday, which they still make gain of like 20 naira on top of it, they will now selling it for 150 naira. So nobody is really checking who. There could be little bit adjustment in the prices within the state or from local government to local government or from town to town. But it should be that much gap. When you buy something at a rate of 26,000 in Lagos, and those states is selling their own 29,000. To me, if it is 26,500, that is still within the range. But 29,000 to 26,000 in Lagos State, that is too much. And this is one of the biggest things that biggest problem we are having in Nigeria. Second one is that what we imported a lot of things. A situation whereby Gari is now being manufactured in Malaysia and shipped to Nigeria. So what do you expect? People cannot go to farm. Even those who can even go to farm, even the young youth, I mean the youth right now, even if they have a point of going to farm, politicians already spoil them. Because when you did nothing, Absolutely nothing. And now you have the money that belongs to all of us, and you now went to party and you start showing it off, using to oppress people. That is why you see all this issue of oh well, I cannot kill myself. That is why you see a lot of Yahoo boys. That's why you see a lot of ritual killings. That's why you see a lot of robbery. That's why you see a lot of kidnapping on top of no job. So all this combined together to bring this issue of inflation. I can tell you, if this issue of herdsmen solved, and at least few people can go back to farm, I think it will reduce a little bit, because you will buy less. You will spend less money. Now go back to issue
do you think the Nigerian agricultural space, do you think is aggressive enough? Because we have a vast land space which is very fertile. There's absolutely, herdsmen or not, there's absolutely no reason why people should be throwing food in the bin in a place like Nigeria. You are very
like one man, but yeah. I can tell you, the issue of herdsmen now put more pressure on this issue, even though we are not even doing enough before. But this issue of herdsmen now put more pressure on it. People are afraid of going to their farm. When you go to farm and you spend maybe thousands of naira, even you got it from the there is one credit union they call Bomule Lanta. Put your
oh yes, I've heard about that. Loan sharks.
Put your breast on what do we call this? Lantern. Yes. So that is when you get money from Bomule Lanta and use it to go and farm it, and you have to pay interest on that money. And one herdsman just came and reared their cow in that farm, in that your corn farm or your cassava farm, and they eat up all the crops. So there is no way we will still have to go back to all this. Truly, we have fertile land. There's no doubt about it. Not a part of Nigeria cannot feed the whole Nigeria. I could remember when we used to have a Ogwena River Basin. In my own town, we have a Ogwena River Basin where you produce corn, you produce rice, you produce everything. People were well engaged at that time. But now, where are they? You have tractors in this place, brand new tractors in a community that is about 18,000 people, and you have about 200 tractors, brand new, that you can even call that they will come to your farm and they plow it, they do the ridges, they do everything. You plant your corn, you plant everything. But now, do we have that? We lost focus about the issue of agriculture. All what we care about is oil money. Even shenanigan program that government is having right now, they have a 1 million rice and 1 million cassava or pyramid that they put on top of, they bought from another country with the little they got from Nigeria and put them together, telling us that they are producing something. They lost track. The only thing they care about is oil money and how to take that money. They lost focus. And a situation whereby you employ somebody who doesn't even know anything about agriculture as the Minister of Agriculture or Commissioner for Agriculture or Supervisory Councillor for Agriculture that doesn't even know how to plant ordinary tomato. So you see, even that person didn't even go to school, doesn't know anything about agriculture, and you would use them as Supervisory Councillor for Agriculture, Minister for Agriculture, Advisor on Agriculture. That is why we find ourselves here. If you look at the fertile land, even from Redeem all the way to Sowore, you can imagine how many acres of land that you have from that place that is just empty forest. You can imagine you make that place as a place of production, and that is how we have it all over Nigeria. We shouldn't be suffering of food if our government even have foresight Not giving somebody 5,000 and you say you are engaging them with 5,000 that cannot even cook a pot of soup.
The money in the country has totally been misspent on that.
So now, yeah. I want to go back to that issue of Sowore. 100,000 as a minimum wage. It has nothing to do with the issue of inflation. One man. I can tell you that. It is just that we do not have the department that control the price. All we have, or they are not doing their job. How much is 100,000? That's just maybe about $150. Yeah, 1 week, maybe 2 days pay of somebody, or a day pay of another person, or 1 week pay of another person. That we call minimum wage. I don't see that to be bad. I don't see that. It's just that we do not have government and we do not have department that is working to checkmate all the prices of commodity in Nigeria. That is why we find ourselves.
In addition to what you said, Babakire, that $150 you are talking about, that was what Nigerian workers earn as minimum wage in the 80s.
Exactly.
So where are we now? Are we progressing? What have we done to Nigerian workers? What have we done to Nigerian workers? We just punish them and crush them and put them down into poverty. And someone will say that 100,000 is too much. It's going to cause inflation. Which inflation is it going to cause? When you have inflation and you don't have salary, you don't pay your workers a corresponding salary that can match that inflation. What are you doing to your workers? You are killing your workers. You are killing production right there, because when you don't pay your workers well, you don't expect good output from them.
Exactly.
And then they will look the other way around. What are they going to do? They look for corrupt way, to make our ends meet. So government loses a lot by not paying the workers right. Government loses a lot. But all this economic theory, one-man economic theory, and Rabbi Kiti from Mola supporting that, they always come on all anti people's progress economic theory. That is what they'll be telling us here. Nigerian workers are under the water. They cannot survive. When you don't pay your workers well, you can't get productivity. That is simple. You can't get adequate. You cannot get that product when you don't pay your workers well. That is simple as that. So you can continue, Babakure.
But some of them can get 100,000 in 1 minute. They can get that in 1 hour. Some of these directors of the banks, they even make more than that in 1 hour. That 100,000 we're talking about, they even make more than that. So 100,000 to me, I don't think it's a very bad idea as a minimum wage based on the economic situation of Nigeria, and I don't think that is going to cause inflation. The problem is that
Babakure, what's the minimum wage in Nigeria now?
18,000.
No, it's 30.
How many? I know. How many of them pay 30,000?
All right. So if you increase,
they have not paid it. Okay. They are still struggling over it. It's not paid
right.
yet.
Let's just move from there, because that's basically a bit okay.
They have not paid it, one man. They're still struggling. They're still fighting.
That's not even the point. But
okay. What's the point? One man.
What the point is, if you increase the minimum wage from 30,000 to 100,000, that's over a 200% increment right there. Just suddenly, any economist will tell you that will lead to. They call that parachuting. So you're parachuting that money into the economy.
Okay.
And any economist will tell you that will cause inflation.
Okay.
But what people are suggesting, this is what Peter Obi is saying, this is what Moghalu is saying, is to stimulate the economy in terms of productivity, and that way that will strengthen the base of the economy, which will strengthen the currency and give more purchasing value to that 30,000. So giving more purchasing value to that 30,000 immediately in the immediate, medium, and then long term seems to me a more sensible option than just to parachute a windfall that will spike up the prices. Okay. You know, it just doesn't make sense. But then, of course, it's a difference of opinion. You know,
well, you may be well right.
Please, 1 minute. Let me answer one man. 1 minute. I will let you. Why not look at it this way? Look at it this way, one man. What Sowore said is 100,000 to civil servant.
He said minimum wage.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, minimum wage to civil servant. He is not going
minimum
to
wage is minimum wage. It's not civil servant.
Hold on, one man. Hold on. He said to civil servant. It's very specific. Civil servant. And your idea that is going to blow up inflation rate, I want to tell you, if you take the population of civil servants against the entirety of Nigerian population, you will see that the population of civil servants is very, very small. So that money, that increase is given to civil servants is not going to have any effect whatsoever on the inflation as you people are projecting it. So civil servants ought to be well paid. And who are the civil servants? Teachers, nurses, other government services. Their population is very, very small against the population of Nigeria. The private sectors, the population of civil servants is huge than the population of civil servants across the country. So what are you talking about? How is it going to cause inflation? We have to be, look, they have killed Nigerian workers. And you can't get that productivity you are talking about if you don't pay your worker right. And this is what Awolowo did when he run Western region. Our Western region workers are well paid than other regions, and even the federal workers. And that gave the Western region the highest productivity than any other part of Nigeria. And Awolowo back then used to boast. He said Western region workers will never go on strike because he knows what he has done, what he has given to them. So this idea of saying it's going to cause all this theory that all this bourgeoisie will come up with in order to kill workers and not allow workers to earn a living. We should not play it at all. We should not play it. We should not play it, one man, please.
All right, but it seems to me there's nothing. Anyway, let me just leave that space because you know my thoughts. It's just a total nonsense.
All right, let's move on.
Sowore is just a yam head. But Baba Kure, how is your Hausa language?
I can speak Hausa.
Oh, okay. So I will translate for you. Do you recall when what is his name? Johnson Suleiman, when he went to America and told people to hold their phones off and then they will get miracle alerts. Do you recall that?
I heard about it.
Oh, all right. So the same thing now repeats in Kebbi State. Listen to this.
Da yarda Allah muna za mu iya zuwa da tsari wanda zai sa kowane ɗan jihar Kebbi daga cikin 'yan jihar Kebbi ɗin nan miliyan 3 a wayi gari mu iya zuwa na tsari na bai guda da cikin awa guda kowane ɗan jihar Kebbi matsawa an bi wannan tsari na mu'amala aiki zai wayi gari ya ji miliyan guda cikin aljihunshi.
So that was Abubakar Malami, as you saw, and that is him on his campaign trail to be the governor of Kebbi State. But do you know what he was saying to them in that speech? He's saying that all citizens, he says he will formulate a policy, an economic policy that will enable all the citizens of Kebbi State to within an hour see a million naira in their account or pocket if they elect him as president. So that is miracle money. A million naira ahead for your vote is the price that he's paying for in Kebbi State. So voodoo money, Kebbi State star. What are you making of that, Babakure?
Well, you mean the this guy is Attorney General of the Federation, right?
Yes, Abubakar. That's Abubakar Malami. Yeah.
I'm going to briefly Google the Kebbi State population.
Yes. the amount of spend that is and the thing is he can do that is the thing, but how can he do that is the other question. The answer, of course, is all of the monies, even the $500 million naira that he looted with what is his name, Reginald Daniel's husband, what is his name, Nedumoko. That was just pocket money. This guy is richer than Abata 10 times over. Forget Dangote, he's just a poor man. And this from being a government functionary. So $1 million naira a man and child. Every indigene of the state will get $1 million naira is what this guy is saying. The anti-corruption
the population, let me see briefly. I can't even seem to find it.
Yeah.
But whichever the way, I don't know if you can check it when I'm talking anyway.
Yes.
I strongly believe he can pay that. Why? It is you don't know how much money this guy already amassed when the time they may be thinking that, oh, we are calculating to them, we don't even know what is going on. But if we look at what he has already involved in, like issue of corrupt practices and issue of scandal and stuff like that, that is shaky change money, because maybe the whole state will be like maybe around 3 million. So if you
they're just roughly about 4-point-something million the total.
Exactly. So 4 million population multiplied by 4 million, how much is that going to be? Maybe 4 billion, right? Is that not?
Yes, thereabout.
Okay, 4 billion. That's just one tip of iceberg.
No, so that is what it tips the taxi driver. Yeah.
He that is talking about that, he knew what he's talking about. How much is that going to be? Maybe like $4 million. We settle that. If you vote for me, 1 million in your bank account. He has that money anyway. And you know, the only thing I like out of this guy is that, do you see him speaking English?
Yeah, he doesn't care. He's not an Englishman. It is you people that are speaking English.
That is exactly what I want to bring out. Now, with speaking Hausa language, he is connecting with farmer, with herdsmen, those who, I'm not saying that criminal herdsmen anyway, those who cannot even speak English. He is connecting to them, so they understand what he's talking about. But when my father in the Lord, when he goes to Ogun State now, he will go and blow grammar. Instead of
everybody in Oshibanjo's campaign, they will have to bring a dictionary.
Exactly. Instead of him to speak Egba, not even Yoruba this time, you speak Egba to those that you want to cap into. So you see there's difference between these two. Honestly, that guy has the money to give them 1 million. It's not an issue of miracle money. He has that. But I also admire him speaking Hausa to his people. At least he is connecting to those that doesn't understand English. So that is my take on that.
All right, brilliant. And let me take you finally, for reasons of time, Babakure, to we're staying with Sowore. Presidential aspirant Sowore makes inroad in northern states, get endorsement of a major northern group. So I'm sure it will come as no surprise to you. Get youth backing. So I'm sure it will come as no surprise to you, Babakure, that the youths in the north, they have very quickly called their meetings to say that no, this is the guy we're going to back. So the expectation will be that Sowore should be able to sweep up all the youth votes in Nigeria. Just going off the back of what we're saying in the north.
Well, I congratulate him. Firstly, you know, I have not been able to attend the program for the last 2 days. You had a program about him when he was released from detention, and I was saying, oh, that's good for him. At least that will give him opportunity to at least to go around. But that doesn't mean that he's going to win the election. We don't need to be. I'm not being antagonistic here, but it's just a fact. When I heard that, oh, he's out of detention and he's campaigning here and there, you know what came to my mind? What came to my mind is that he is going to have more than 32,000 votes this time around.
Okay, maybe 35 this time.
No. At least he's going to get. Honestly, I know that may be provocative to Professor Jan Legoku, but this is the fact. I know he's not going to get 32,000 this time around. At least he will get like million votes. You can quote my word.
No, I don't think he'll get up to 1 million. No, I think he may well get about 40 to 70,000.
One man, I'm telling you, he will get 1 million votes. You can bet it.
You know that this election is going to be even tighter than the last one. So they can't even afford to let any vote go to waste. So they're not going to give him... They're not going to give him more than 50,000 votes.
One man, I'm telling you, he will still get 1 million votes this time around.
Who will vote for him?
People will still vote for him.
Chief, are you joking or are you serious? Let's be serious.
I think Chief is joking.
Me? Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Yes, are you joking?
I'm not joking. I'm very serious about it.
No, you cannot be. You can't be serious. No.
I am telling you.
I
said he is not going to win the election. But I am saying to you, he will get 1 million votes this time around. Just quote my word. Because people right now, I know some youth are very mischief. They're so corrupt too, just like their leaders. But yet, there's still some youth that will vote for Sowore. They will not even care because they are not going to vote for neither of Osinibajo. If Osinibajo even emerge as a candidate for APC or Atiku, they will prefer. I'm going to vote. We still have some youth that have conscience too. It's not they are not that so bad too. It's just that those that are very bad they are the majority. So, but we still have those who still have balls that will where I have to go. I'm not going to go against my conscience. It's not issue of it is Nigeria. We always you are wasting your vote. It is your right. You choose whoever you want. You don't have to go for PDP or APC. Whoever want, so be it. It is Nigeria where I say, oh, you are going to waste your vote because you vote for unpopular party. That is not your business. That is their own personal business. Even if I'm home, though I don't really like Sowore this time around because I don't like issue of trust because I don't really trust politicians, and he is little bit not much different from politicians as well, but I can still vote for him. The reason being that he is a youth and he has not really hold any political party political position in Nigeria. And let's see, maybe we can give him maybe we don't trust him. Let's see what he will do. Maybe we do something. I will vote for him. Because we are tired of this issue of APC, PDP, and back and forth, old cargo that always fight for positions. And it's not that they are fighting for the interest of Nigerians, but they are fighting for the interest of themselves and their family to enrich themselves, to be number one, and they want to become one of the richest person in the world. That is all what they are fighting for. Not that they are fighting for masses. Atiku said the other time that he has been running for president for 6 times. Who cares? How is that our business? That's not our business because none of them is really showing. Really have interest of masses in their heart. So they are just going there to get power so that they can. I'm number one person in this country, and they can use power anyhow because they have unguarded constitution. Then they can take as much money they can take with their private jet and take it to Cayman Island, take it to wherever they want to take it to. So
you see, Baba Kore, if the votes do count, you know, then I can see how Sowore can even get more than, and even win an election, even win the presidency.
How?
Because his constituency is the largest mass in the country. They say the Nigerian population is about 70% youth.
Yes.
And they are all fed up, and he speaks their voice in the same way that Kanu speaks the voice of the East. He speaks the voice of all of the youths in Nigeria. So if the votes count, then you'd expect that he would win the presidency. But the votes don't count. They allocate results. But the election in 2023 is going to be so tight that they cannot even afford to give him as many votes as they gave him the last time.
No, one man.
They probably give him 25,000.
I'm not going to agree with you. And if election is really conducted very well and the youth really know what they are doing, I'm telling you, he will still get 1 million votes. I am not saying he's going to win. I cannot put my money on that. But I am telling you, even if he didn't get, I'm very convinced that he's going to get at least 1 million votes this time around, not at 2,000, not even 45,000 like you suggested, or 25,000 as you suggested. It's just that we still have corrupt youth in Nigeria. We have many of them because politicians subjected them to be so. If you see, I have a very young guy in my town that always posted on every single morning or maybe when something happened, they talk bad about the issue of TINUBU. And this is just a very young guy, about 20-something years, maybe 28 or 32 years old, maybe between that age bracket, 35. That is the post he will have to post on his Instagram, WhatsApp, something. Or Lodo there. So that will give him, it will give Bola Tinubu different type of oriki. This is one of the youth. So you have millions of them like that they are subjected to the crumb that they are getting to the crumb that they are getting from their political parties, but they don't have sense.
Can I say something, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
The last time we were discussing, I think you are not here. One man said something, and even I agree with him, that if you vote for Sowore and at the long run the man didn't get the mandate, is kind of a wasted vote, because that vote does. Let me finish. Don't laugh, Baba.
Go ahead.
That vote is just like a wasted vote, because that vote doesn't count any change, because if your candidate don't win, that means your vote is zero on that election. Did you agree with that?
I'm not going to agree with you, Thomas, because that is the mentality of Nigeria or Africa in general. I will put it to you just that way. How can you tell people that, okay, because you vote for the choice you made, it is your wasted vote? How can you be saying that?
But your vote has not achieved anything now. So
it doesn't matter. One man.
It doesn't matter.
Your vote is your vote. You vote for whoever you want. You can tell us
that. If your vote doesn't achieve anything, then what is the point of you casting it?
I'm going to put a question to you, one man. You are in UK. So now, because David Corbyn, the liberal what's his leader of the Labour Party, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you know that he's not going to win, and that is your favorite. That is the person.
No. That's a chance of winning though, because it's
okay.
Yes, he has a chance of winning because you have two parties that have chances of winning.
Okay.
But if you go and vote for like the Green Party, who are saying they want a green, no nuclear, nothing, Green Party now. If you go and vote for that, then that's a wasted vote now, because as you are going to the polling vote, you know that the party is not going to win. As you are coming back, it's not going to win. So you know that what you are just going to do is you want to be a rebel and a conscientious voter.
Now I'm going to put it to you. Does that mean that people have to vote for Corbyn or what's the name of this previous David Campbell or whoever.
Yeah,
from the Conservative
that's
Party.
the only way your vote will count.
Are you telling us now? That nobody in the Conservative Party and Labour Party will vote for Green because they are not aligned with what Labour and Conservative?
A lot of people vote for a lot of parties, but parties that don't have a chance of taking power, it's a wasted vote.
Still remaining. That is their own choice.
But it's a waste of time. It's a waste of
No. Let's just this issue of you have to vote for the APC, you have to vote for PDP if you vote for another. This is one of the things that is causing confusion. This is the reason why the youth are not even following the youth. When you telling us, okay, because somebody
if a young person goes out and votes for AAC or PRP, how would that vote change his life?
How would that? It doesn't really matter. That is their choice. That is their choice.
So it's a wasted vote.
Okay, so now for them voting for APC or PDP, does it make any changes to their life?
It will impact their lives because one of those parties.
This issue of insecurity?
Well, no, forget all that. One of those parties will become the government, and however that government runs the country, good or bad. We're talking about inflation just now because Buhari has destroyed the country. Okay. So that's impacting on people's lives. So whoever,
either negative or positive,
it's going to impact on your life. But if you vote for PRP, if they have the best plan in the world to turn Nigeria to Dubai and London and Paris in altogether, if you vote for them on the basis of that, knowing full well that they cannot ever get the power, that's just a wasted vote.
You see one man. You guys, I'm going to put it to you now, you and Thomas. Yes, you are discouraging the Nigerian youth from voting for the person of their choice.
No, they can, but it's a wasted vote.
No, you can't say wasted vote. All right, now I'm going to cite an example for you. And I'm going to use my local government as an example. In 1999, when Akure North local government was created from Akure South, they have a NRC and they have a Labour Party, and there is a third party that came up. Out of that, Labour Party, the third party, and Labour Party has little different number of votes that demarcate them. Then Labour Party and the unrecognized party, now they have to conduct by election between them. Then the one that is not even recognized, people voted for that one against a Labour Party. So what are we talking about here? That okay, if you vote for somebody, you are going to waste your vote. That is their choice. It is just that the Nigerian youth don't get their ass together. If they get their ass together, they can put ACC in. If we are talking about that, we have 70% youth population in Nigeria. Even if you can get 45%, do you think it's only youth who vote for ANC? Do you think it's only youth?
No.
If Nigerian youth get themselves together and they say, well, this is what we want to do, and they show that to everybody, I am telling you, you will be so surprised that ANC will win the election. But it's just that Nigerian youth are not ready yet. That is the only problem. They don't tell us that, because PDP has been there for a very long time, APC has been there for a very long time, ANC just came 2 years ago, they cannot win election. Who told you that?
No, but okay, I'm asking you, can they win an election?
Why not?
Why not? What do you mean, why not?
I have answered your question. I said the only problem we have is because the youth don't even know they don't even know the power they have, and they are so even corrupt more than even the politicians.
No, they live in reality. That's the thing.
All right.
Baba Akure, you said it well. Nigerian youth are uneducated youth. That is the problem. They are not educated. They are not enlightened. How can
you be telling us that because you vote for third party, you are wasting your vote?
You are wasting your vote.
Your right. You can vote for anybody you want.
Of course, it's your right.
You cannot tell us that one man. Everybody has right to for their own just one vote. You can vote for anybody you want. It doesn't really matter if the vote split into three. PDP has their own share, the APC has their own share, and ANC have their own share. It's not that I'm supporting the issue of but the fact still remains that when we come every single time, the same problem people are having from home. They will say, oh, if you vote for this one,
is it wasted vote?
It's not wasted vote because that is your.
It's a wasted vote because that party, Baba Kure, let me say this. Let me say this.
How can you tell us that when somebody votes for their right for their conscience, it's wasted party? That
Baba Kure, I agree with you 100%. Is their vote for me? It is their vote. That is
what my mind wants.
I agree with you. It is their vote. But if the party that you vote for doesn't get to that seat, that means that vote is wasted. I agree with you. It's their right. They have right to vote for who they want to vote for. But if your party doesn't get to that seat, it's a wasted vote. Baba Kure, that is it.
Or more to the point, if your party doesn't stand a realistic chance, and AAC, PRP, all this yam and eggs party, they don't have any chance of anything. So it's just a wasted vote.
This is not a wasted vote. That is my choice. It doesn't really matter how you
see
it.
What Baba Kure said something. Baba Kure said something earlier that what you are doing, one man, is discouraging Nigerian youth or Nigerians.
No, anybody that is discouraged by whatever I say is a fool. I mean, why would you be Why would some random some idiot online is talking nonsense?
Hold on. Do you know how many thousands of people or hundreds of people watching this platform around the world? But for you, hold on, one man. But what you are saying, as you are insisting that it's a wasted vote, you are not encouraging Nigerian youth to vote for candidate of their choice. You are simply telling them, go and vote for the two useless criminal
bonded the party.
Yes, that is what you are simply telling them.
But that is realism, though. Is that not realism?
So it's realism for you, for Nigeria to continue the way it is. Is that what you are telling them? Keep on voting for APC or PDP. You are wrong. You shouldn't be doing this. We should be using this platform to encourage them to vote outside these two parties. That is the freedom. That is the way to their freedom.
No, a conscientious vote is an act of So it's being true to yourself, of course. I mean, always be true to yourself. But I don't think anybody needs me to tell them that it's not.
No. You created this platform and you are bringing political matters every day here. Political matters that tell us everything about Nigeria and how Nigeria is decaying. Every day, every day in and out.
All right.
If you cannot use this platform, to enlighten Nigerians or the youth very well, that means you are using this platform for not good purpose, and that is not good.
Okay. Let me say this. Do you think it is breaking news to anybody when I say that voting for Sowore is not going to effect political or governmental change in Nigeria? Is not going to bring about him becoming president? Is that breaking news? Does anybody think that voting for that when they go to the ballot to vote for Sowore, they are voting then to make him the next president? People who do that, they are doing a conscientious vote,
and they are rebels.
To mark their support for what he stands for. But that is the total reward of that vote. So it's not going to make him president. I don't think anybody is hearing that as news from me, and anybody that is hearing that as news is just a fool, Sowore is not going to be the next president. Voting for him is not going to, or let's leave Sowore, PRP or whatever. The next president is either going to be an APC candidate or a PDP candidate.
So
That
you
is
are God.
that is not news to
tomorrow.
anybody. But
I need you
I'm
are
not
God.
God now. I'm
You are
not
God.
God
That
now.
is what
But
we are
based on
saying. That is
political
why you are saying.
permutations, based
So
on political
you can even
permutations.
tell
But
us now. You can even tell us who is Nigerian president tomorrow. Tell us right now who is going to be.
I can tell you Ajale Koko.
Oshibanjo now.
I can
We all
tell
know.
you. I can tell you Ajale Koko.
Oh yeah,
I don't
go on
want
now,
to.
Thomas.
I don't want to hear you, Thomas, because you are one of
Let
those
me talk
youths. You are
now.
one
I
of
have
those
my
youths
opinion.
that are not enlightened, and in spite of the
Ajale
fact that you are
Koko.
on this
I know
platform,
the next
you
president.
still don't want to be enlightened. You just want to.
Ajale Koko. Let me answer your question. Anybody that PDP picked or APC picked as their candidate will be the next president of Nigeria. That's the president of Nigeria.
And that is what everybody on the screen and everybody listening now think as well. So that is what we all think and know, that whoever is between whoever APC or PDP picks, that will be the next president. Everybody thinks that. We all think that. So whether you deny that you think that or not, that is what we all think. So well, what are we? There's no argument now.
It doesn't really matter this time. But my conscience, I know that okay, I vote for the right person that I want to be the president of Nigeria. That's how it's been done all over the world. Mm-hmm. You don't have to follow one party. We could remember when this guy Colin Powell voted for Democrat in the United States. Why didn't he stick with that of NRC? He's a full member of NRC, so he voted for his conscience.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's admirable. That's noble. That's a noble act. But the nobility of that act is the reward of it. There's nothing else that's a reward outside of.
Well, don't tell us that when we vote for if I choose, okay, I know that PDP is not going to win, and I vote for PDP. Well, that is my choice. I voted because of my conscience, not because of money, not because of okay, I want to get one appointment from Atiku. If that is the person I choose. So don't give us bad information that when you vote.
Hold on. It's not information. No, that's just my own subjective view.
Okay,
you obviously disagree, and Ajale Koko disagrees too. But that is what I think. You know.
Okay,
you won't go and waste your vote on some American guy that's come to do funny grammar in Nigeria. You know.
One man, can I say this?
Yeah, go on.
Here we have Libra and Labour, and we have Green Party. This Green Party, they know they cannot win election in this Australia. They cannot. But some people still vote because the champion don't cut the grass, don't cut the tree. We are this, we are that. But at the polls, we are having election like some months now. People have started voting for Libra and Labour, because people know that this is the two parties that will win election. Don't let us deceive ourselves. You can vote for Sowore, fine. You can vote for any other party, fine. But aside from these two parties, nobody is going to that seat. That is it, one man.
We all know this now, so I don't know why
we didn't know this.
And Baba Akure, they are trying to be heavy.
Are
you trying to be popular? Is this what you are doing, Baba?
No,
Akure?
not
you want to be
popularism. The fact still remains, if Nigeria youth get themselves together, I assure you, ANC that you think, oh, they are nothing. Even in this critical moment, if youth right now can put themselves together, let's just forget about Sowore is going to be this, is going to be that. Being a youth, though we have already had some youth that are very, very disappointed, like Yaya Bello, like this guy, Dino Melaye, like this guy in Lagos, our father in the House of Assembly, Desmond Elliott. So we have those people like that. But for him, different from all these cargo, corrupt and money bag politicians, where if they really get themselves together, I am telling you right now that they probably or hopefully that when you vote, your thing just goes straight to the INEC system, and INET official, they don't tap out. If we have credible election, and the youth get themselves together, I'm telling you,
you know how many times you said "if" in just that short sentence? About 10 times.
Because Nigeria system is not because Nigeria system is not something
if wishes were horses, beggars would ride.
You can really put 100% on. That's what I'm saying.
Baba Kure, let me bust your bubbles. Even Sowore himself know he cannot win election.
He knows now. Of course he knows.
I don't think so.
Do you think Sowore thinks? Do you think he thinks he's going to be the next president of Nigeria?
He would think so too. You can say that I'm living in denial. It doesn't really matter to me. Every aspirant believe that they can be the president of Nigeria, except those who don't really have motive. That they just want to be there so that when somebody from their party emerge, then they can be the minister, they can be the ambassador. But he is on the platform of his own party. He strongly believes that he can win election. I mean, be the president of Nigeria. So don't ignore that fact.
All right. Thank you, Baba Kure. So thank you, gentlemen. I have to go do something urgently.
No, one man. We're going here.
No, I have to. You know, it's bank holiday, and I have to take the kids out, and they are already giving me looks. So let me go. You've muted yourself. You've muted yourself, Baba Kure.
You never asked Thomas and Ajale Oko. You never asked them their opinion.
No, but they've been part of the conversations. You know, sometimes it goes like that. Yeah.
That's fine, one man.
Sometimes it goes like that. You know, sometimes it's just the conversation rather than the talking points. But gentlemen, with your permission, let me fall out only so that we can come back later in the evening and discuss it even more. So a vote for a conscientious vote is a wasted vote. Maybe that's a wasted vote. Maybe that's a topic we'll bring up as a standalone and really go at it to discuss. Is a conscientious vote a wasted vote? So we'll explore that space sometime in the future. So guys, I leave it there. Carry on in conversation. You know the routine. Okay.